What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the continuously variable R-01. This is the set from SXS, and well, yeah, it's kind of not Gears, if you know what I mean. I've been looking forward to this guy for a while. He's been announced for about, I'd say a good 8 months, and it looks like the next figure in the line is going to be a not G1 Blur. So yeah, that looks pretty freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and open up the box and take a look-see. Just open this sucker up and see what's inside. All right, so we get the figure in a nice 3-pack or 3-way folding protection. And just clip off the tape here. And it opens up nicely. And we've got this little pack that contains the instructions and his gun. According to the box, though, well, the figure on the outside of the box in the artwork has a black gun, and then he's got a red gun. So I'm going to go ahead and open him up and play with him a little and come back and let you know what I think. Starting off in the vehicle mode, I have to say I really do dig this vehicle mode, even though the proportions of the mode are a little bit strange. It's got a very wide body, but a very short wheel, not wheelbase, but a very short on the suspension, we'll say. It kind of reminds me of a Baja truck, the kind of trucks that do the Baja 5000 or 2000 race down in Baja, Mexico. But there are no suspension or lift kits on this thing. It's kind of like they just took a truck and dropped it. Even though the tires are these really big tires that make a interesting noise when you run them along a surface. Overall, like I said, I like the vehicle mode. It's a very nice nod and update to the G1 Gears mode. I like it a lot, actually. It's nicely detailed, but there is one major complaint, and that is the quality of the plastic. The plastic just has this weird film on it that is coming off as I touch it, which could be arsenic or something, I don't know, but it just doesn't feel quite right. It's one step above knockoff, if that makes any sense. The plastic, the blue plastic especially, is problematic because it feels very thin and kind of fragile. The red plastic is fine, and this black plastic on the wheels, perfectly fine. But the blue just doesn't quite feel right. Transformation for this figure is a very nice update of the original G1 Gears figure. To start off with, we're going to flip the front tires up and around to the top of the hood, then take the grill and just lift it up. And reach underneath just behind the grill and push down on this piece, and we'll actually end up with another gun. So we have this gray gun, and then we've got the same gun but in red plastic, so he gets 2 guns. Next, we're going to reach in to the sides here and just kind of wiggle the side of the doors apart, and then what we could do is, once we do that, we could pull the back rear part of the vehicle up and flip it out. Now, it won't actually flip all the way around. That's as far as it flips. It'll flip about a 90-degree turn, and then we can spin the hips around like that. Next, what we're going to do is I like to fold the wheels so they're pointing to the sky, the wheels and the side skirts here, or side panels. Then we take the back end here and kind of fold out the feet. And this is actually the hardest part of the transformation, splitting out the sections and then folding out and down the feet. Next, we will flip out the heels, and this is another slightly difficult part because they didn't put any way for you to really get your finger in there. The one, as you saw, comes very easily. The other, you kind of have to use one of the guns and just kind of get it in there and hope that you push this bit up. So the gun isn't doing it, so I will grab my scissors. Just kind of get in there and push that up, or out, I should say. And then we could take these side panels here and fold them down, like so. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is we're going to take the figure and stand it up, and then get ready for the torso. So what we're doing is we've got the bottom of the vehicle mode here. We will unpeg the sides and fold them out, turning them such that the doors are facing towards the back of the vehicle. That will then free up the entire top section to fold down revealing the head. Now, one major complaint I have with this figure is this piece right here. This hinge is incredibly soft, very brittle plastic, which I am terrified that that is going to break. I mean, it's not very sturdy plastic at all. And man, it does not feel very strong in the least bit. So, now that we've got the head revealed, we're just going to flip out the arms, or flip out the hands, I should say. Bring the arms down while flipping the panels around to the outside of the forearms. And then take the canopy here and slide that back on its railing and fold it down in the back. Unfortunately, it does not snap into place. And here we have the figure, ready to go. And here we have R-01 in robot mode. Now, I gotta admit, this is definitely a very nice homage to Gears, or G1 Gears. The overall look of the robot mode from the front is really cool. The problem is when you kind of turn him around, he's got quite a bit of kibble happening up here. And for those of you that don't know, kibble is, or beast kibble or vehicle kibble, are bits from the other mode that is just hanging off. So yeah, we've got a pretty darn big backpack of kibble going on here. And that makes the figure incredibly top-heavy. And unfortunately, his tiny little heels here do not do the job of holding him up very well. If they had actually extended the heel out farther into the foot, I would have been much happier with that. I'm sure that's a mod that I can make myself. But overall, the robot mode isn't too bad looking except for the top heaviness. His guns do snap into his hands, and they do look good. I like the look of the guns, and him just posing like this makes him look really nice. Another thing that looks really nice is that face. That is definitely G1 Gears to a T. But he has eyebrows. It looks like he's got eyebrows. I know that sounds silly, but it does. He looks grumpy, and I approve of grumpy. And the figure comes with very nice light piping. The figure is pretty darn posable, too. He's got a swivel on the head, and as you can see, light piping aplenty. Ball joint in the shoulder. Hinge joint at the elbow. No real rotation in the fists, unfortunately. A little bit of torso articulation, or hip swivel, you could say. Ball joint, and then a swivel joint, hinge joint, and then a ball joint in the foot. So you can pull off some really interesting poses. So as you can see, you can pull off some really nifty poses with this guy. And he looks cool, but personally, I think the best pose, in my eyes, is just having him standing up and then kind of going like this. That just works best for me, I think. And that's just a personal opinion, obviously. Overall, this guy isn't too bad. It's not perfect by any means. There are some minor issues. The design of with the kibble, the feel of the plastic, and I don't know if the plastic is going to last, and the durability of the internal components that we showed off earlier. Specifically, did his arm just fall off? Okay, then. Yeah, that, guys, that was honestly not even, okay. So, the bits and the components that I was talking about. One, this hinge that is holding on the top, and that hinge that is holding together the two pieces, this red hinge, I think really need to be made of better plastic. I can understand why they would have gone with cheaper plastic, but they really need better plastic. Overall, it's not a bad figure. It looks good in both modes, it's got an interesting transformation, and it's kind of fun, actually. I really do kind of dig it, but the plastic quality just isn't there yet. This is not a fans project or a TFC Toys quality figure yet. It can get there, the line can get there, but they just have to up the plastic quality. Otherwise, I think this continuously variable line could do some really awesome things. So guys, this has been Spade of the Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That really does help me out a lot.